Hello, this is Don Hall. You're watching at Don Hall Works YouTube channel, and today we're going to talk about a little bit about boxes. It's a fairly simple matter. Most people know how to do it, to make a square box. But what if you wanted to make a 5-sided box or a 6-sided box or even a 3-sided box? You need to cut your edges at a different angle. In this video I'm going to show you how to do that and how to make a little tool and how to figure out the angle that you want it to be cut at, the number of degrees. So let's get started. All right, to start this how-to video, I'm going to make a box for you that's just 4 inches by 4 inches. And so I cut out 6 pieces here, and I'm going to put them together to build a box. I'm going to demonstrate for you how I use this tool. This one is made at 45 degrees. Now, what I do is I'll cut all the edges of all the pieces off at 45 degrees so that when I go to attach them to each other, like this, they fit perfectly, and the advantage of doing it this way is you get a larger area of clay that's adhering to each other. If you try to build it by scratching it and putting slip on, and you can do it this way, right? That works. Unfortunately, the area that is attaching is very small, and you also have this problem of trying to smooth out the joint later on. So it works much better. They're stronger if you do it with 2 45-degree angles cut together like that. All right, so what I do now is I scored and slipped, and I pressed together all the 4 of the sides, and then I roll out a little snake to fix the corners. So I'll put this in here and then go ahead and smash it down real good so we have a good tight corner there. In the past, I made these boxes and I raku fired them, so the thermal shock was very severe. So I always sort of make sure that I get a good, nice, tight corner so that the boxes don't split apart or crack during firing. It's just a matter of scoring, slipping. I have some slip here that's made from the same clay that I'm making the boxes out of. I want to make sure it gets nice and wet. Because all the boxes, I've carefully cut them out to be the same size, they fit together quite nicely. Got one for the lid here. I would put snakes on there, but I just want to demonstrate. So there's a box, and it's easy. This is about the simplest kind you can make because all the pieces were the same size. I cut them all with a nice 45-degree angle. But what happens if you want to make a 6-sided box or a 3-sided box? It's a little bit more difficult, a little bit trickier, and I'll show you that now. All right, these are the pieces I need for a 3-sided box. And notice I have 2 tools here, a 45 and a 60, where the boxes these are the sides, these are the top and the bottom. Where the sides attach to each other, the walls need to be cut at 60 degrees. However, the bottom and the top needs to be cut off at 45 degrees. Now these parts that I'm cutting off are important. I'm going to wet those down and I'm going to use them to put the snakes as braces inside. Alright, so now I cut where the walls attach to each other. Now I'm going to use my 45 to make the right angle for where the walls attach to the bottom and the top, or the roof and the floor, depending on how you want to look at it. Alright. Now I have the walls all cut with a 45 and a 60. Now I'm going to cut the top and bottom with the 45. And I'm ready to score, slip, and put it together. Okay, I scored and slipped all the edges. Now, where they attach, I just have to make sure I get the 45 to the 45 and the 60 to the 60. So, this one here, this is the 60, this is the 45, so I'm going to set it in here like this. This one should fit there. There you go. Now at this point, I will use my little snakes I made and clean up the edges on the inside. I usually will use a tool, something like this, to press them into the corner as tight as I can. And basically that's really all you got to remember. And this is the 45, these all sides of this one is the 45. These are all cut off at 45 and it'll fit right on there quite nicely. What I want to do now that you've seen how to cut the corners, I want to show you how I figure out how to make this notch at the right angle. I want to make a tool to cut a 60-degree angle just like this one. So what I've done is I have, on a piece of paper, I've made a dot, and then I have cut out a piece of wood that's approximately the same as the other one. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to lay this down and I'm going to measure. So in order to do that, I use a protractor. And I put this mark here, which is the middle of the protractor, down on that dot. And then I line it up with the line I put on there, and I put another mark at exactly 60 degrees. And so it's simply a matter of connecting that dot with that dot. I drew it on there with a pencil. Now I'm going to draw it on with a pen just so you can see it a little better. All right, so I know that's 60 degrees. So if I line up this line with this line, put the dot at the end, it's a matter of drawing from that middle part out to there, and I know that's at 60 degrees. So what I need to do now is cut a notch out of here this big. I'm going to do that now. All right. I just need to cut this little bit out of here. I cut the little notch out. I'm going to drill a couple of holes. to put a screw in and tie a wire between it, and we're ready to go. All right, looks good. Now for the screws. I don't want to tighten them all the way down yet because I want to attach a wire to it, tie a wire around it. There. Now I just have to find myself a wire. I don't know where I'm going to get one, but I'll find one. Okay, I attached a couple of screws on there, and now I'm going to tie a wire around it. There we go. That should do it. There you go. A brand new nice 60-degree tool. Well, congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Got a few pieces here, all done basically in similar techniques. There are a million places you can go, multiple sided, multiple sizes, and these were all made by me except for this one, my friend, my best bud Marcus, and this one over here with the flowers on top, made by my best friend Crash Pixie. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to our channel. Thanks.